Hey everyone, David C. Anderson from the KnifeCenter coming at you from SHOT Show 2020 at the Gerber booth.
Yeah.
I'm here with my buddy Carson. How are you doing, my friend?
Always good.
Well, he's going to take us through most of the 2020 new releases from Gerber so far, starting with the Not a Butterfly over here.
Not a butterfly.
Not a butterfly.
I like that. Well said. So this is the Double Down. It's a US made folding machete, but it's also kind of a hybrid product. It runs the line between, well, it serves the same features of a hatchet, a knife, and a machete all in one. So I'll walk you through that. So if you're holding it down here, that's your machete position, right? You're going to be swinging, and you're going to be using that farthest out part of the blade. That's going to be natural to you.
And with that upswept, a lot of belly there, it's going to be great on like grasses and that sort of thing. Yep.
Small trees, limbs, things of that nature. It's not meant to take down a cedar, you know. But then as a result, you're going to be swinging out there, so that's going to leave this section right in here. It's got a slight recurve with a really fresh edge, not rolled over at all, so you choke up. And you have a really nice knife edge there.
Yep.
So for some basic cutting use, it's not going to be your primary knife, but it's great in a pinch.
We'll get the job done for sure.
And then, and then lastly, so after you fell and section something, then you're going to want to break it down to kindling size, right? So you're going to baton. So this jimping section here makes it so when you hit with a stick, it captures all that energy, it pushes it straight through, it doesn't glance off.
This is expressly designed for splitting wood like that, for batoning.
Yeah, it's meant to take a beating. We got an overstrike guard down here too.
That's great. I know a lot of companies out there don't really like saying go ahead and baton with it, so that's ballsy.
Yeah, we thought so. So the other thing too that made this such an obstacle to get to market is we wanted it to be very, very safe. So we have what's it called, the quad lock system here. There's 4 locks, 2 on either side. And you have to press all 4 at the same time to get it to go. And then if you're being a little absent-minded and you're not thinking about it, you might close it all the way and your fingers would still be in the way there.
Yep.
So you'd lose them. So we built in this safety stop. I always hope this works. Ooh, it works. So that's kind of your stop to say, all right, what's not right here? Oh, I should move my fingers out of the way. Close it up. The stability bar locks it up, makes it a rigid frame. So it comes in these 3 colors. You have flat sage green, black on black, and a black with stonewash. What do you think of that?
It's kind of interesting. I'd be interested to see how it responds in the field. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Definitely feels solid.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a weight to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be pretty cool. Should be pretty interesting to see once people get it in their hands and start putting it to use.
Yeah. So made in the U.S., made in Portland, and it comes with a sheath that's MOLLE compatible and can also ride on a belt.
420 HC.
420 high carbon.
Standard stainless there.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah, very cool.
I like the, I just noticed I like a little bit of a hook right there, so as you're swinging it,
you don't accidentally toss it.
A little bit of retention right there to keep it secure.
Yeah,
cool.
Certainly. Thank you. Yeah, we're pretty proud of that one. So staying on the Portland theme, I'll walk you through the principal. So I'll hand you one while we go. So we have 2 colorways of the principal. Principal is a US made fixed blade. We went to a couple bushcraft schools to get our, the top level of consumer insight on this, and we think we came out with a really good product.
If you're going to come out with a Scandi ground knife, talk to the actual bushcrafters.
That's right. So what you get with it, you're going to get a 90-degree edge here on top. We come in and sand that off. You're going to get a Scandinavian grind. We hit it with a final buff down at the bottom, so that's not a second bevel. That's just a really well-polished Scandi grind. And then something that we found really important is the grips that you use in bushcraft. So there's 3 main grips. So we have what's called triple grip ergonomics on this. Big mouthful to say, basically, all the 3 main grips, which are baseball, then your precision grip, where you're going to grab that hollow rivet and stick a finger out there.
Sure.
Or your chest lever.
A little bit of that drilling when you're doing a fireboard or a bow drill hearth, that sort of thing.
Exactly.
Making some trap toggles.
Yes.
You're speaking my language,
Yes, I love that. And then lastly, the one that you use to process the most wood is called chest lever. So
I noticed that.
You got that angle down, so it's easy to lay your thumb right across there, pull your workpiece towards you.
When I picked this up, that was actually the first thing I did. I kind of noticed that little bevel right there, that little slope down in towards the blade, and I immediately just did this. I mean,
it's very natural.
It's reflexive for me. It's like,
yes,
yeah. Because you can put a lot of force into a cut doing that.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And of course, it's got 3 holes in it, which makes it a survival knife.
In a pinch, you can do some crazy things.
That's what makes a survival knife, is the holes in the handle.
That's the whole story, right?
Yeah.
Nothing else. So another thing with Gerber is we try to make a real big emphasis on our sheath systems. So you want to have a knife where you need the knife, right? So we have a modular system here that works with this, we call it a MOLLE slip stick, but I won't pull it all out and disassemble for you, but we have a stick here that holds on different attachments. So this is our scout carry plate. You can wear it horizontal on the belt. If you want to wear it vertical on the belt, that's going to do a great job just hooking right over that belt. Or
you've got a little bit of a hook right there, so it's not just going to pull straight off your belt.
Exactly. Yep. And then lastly, if you take both attachments off, you're going to be able to just run that straight into molly with that slipstick.
Very cool.
So yeah, made in the U.S., really affordable product.
420 HC stainless.
Yeah.
Solid little guy. It's a good design, nice and ergonomic, and with the shorter blade like that, very easy to control.
Yeah, yeah. It's become a fan favorite in the building for sure.
Cool.
So another Portland product we're releasing. Last year we came out with the Fastball, which is a finger flipper that light switches open, runs really well. It's S30B Warncliffe. So this year we're doing a 20 CV version with a cleaver blade.
Very nice.
So we upgraded. We keep the ball bearings, the light switching action, that high precision ball detent that gives you great flipping action.
And it truly is a really great flipper. That's something we hammered hard last year when that product was coming out.
Yeah.
It
runs.
Very impressive.
It runs right. So the other thing we switched on this, our inline standard version with the Warncliffe comes with a glass-filled nylon spacer. This gets a nice hard anodized aluminum with a nice machine line through it. So paying a little more attention to details, an upgrade model. You have a coyote brown with the black oxide, urban blue with a high polished 20 CV. So they're both 20 CV, but high polished blade on that one.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, we love these.
It still has that same great, it feels the same.
Wow.
It's great.
Every time.
Really nice, really nice.
Thank you. All right, so speaking of cleavers, we went further down the road on cleavers. This is a new product called the Asada. So the Asada is a ball bearing flipper. This version, we have 2 levels of it. This one comes with a micarta scale and a D2 blade. Runs on ball bearings, has our pinch plate on the back here so that you're not going to accidentally pinch that arm, moving the detent into the tang and not opening. So
helps with that, and as an over travel arrestor, yes.
Exactly, yeah. Yep. You know knives, don't you? Just a little bit.
And that's the same upgrades you guys made to the flat iron last year too. Kind of an inline change from the original disc when that first came out.
That's
so
exactly
it's good to see it here again.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. So we have this model here, and the micarta will come out a little more green than this, but you get the feel for it here. And then you'll see
ball bearings.
Ball bearings. Yep. You'll see here we have it in onyx, which is pretty close to a black color. On the back side, we got some PVD here and some matching components to kind of touch it off a little bit.
And different steel on the aluminum version?
Yep, great point. Yeah, so we have aluminum with 7CR, and that's going to be consistent with our drab red. And
cool looking red there. Nice color.
Yeah. I think it came out really good. So those are the Asadas. Really great value products. I think you did a great job on them. So one more cleaver for you if you're down. Just one.
We'll take a look.
You brought up the flat iron. Flat iron's been a runaway success for us. And so we wanted to keep going on that. And so right now we have an aluminum and a G10, both with a 7CR blade. And so this one is new for 2020. It's got a D2 high polished blade with a urban blue micarta scale.
It looks almost like blue jeans. It's kind of a denim micarta.
Yeah.
It's a nice look.
Yeah. We're pretty happy with that color.
And with the upgraded blade steel, that's going to be a pretty good winner, I think.
Yeah. I think everybody's been wanting the higher blade steel on a flat iron because people love that knife.
Yeah.
So we're giving it to them. And then if you look on the back side, you're going to see those same polished details come across the clip and the pinch plate for us as well.
Very nice.
Yeah. So next product here is going to be our Sumo. So the Sumo, it's got its name because it's a weight forward design.
Okay.
Saw this trend coming along.
So am I.
I love that. So don't mind that the clip's on the Mark side. It doesn't matter. It's a reversible
clip. It's good to
clip.
know that's an ambidextrous clip.
It is ambidextrous. So fully ambidextrous because pivot locks are ambi as well.
Of course.
So yeah, what you got is a very weight forward blade, large blade. It's got a hole so you can give it the flick if you want from the back side. And then you're going to see really finely layered G10 here. And this model is going to have black with gray layers, and you're going to get a drab red ceramic coated liners and barrels.
Ceramic coating?
Ceramic coat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Not anodized.
No, ceramic. Yeah. And then here you go with the lighter color of the two. So you're going to get a cyan Cerakote, or cyan ceramic coating, I should say, with black white layers, and then a stone wash blade.
Steel on these?
7CR17 MOV.
Nice. Yeah. It's got a nice big broad shape to it. Definitely easy to do some of that choking up on because there's plenty of width there.
Yep.
Get some fine tip work done, even though it is a nice larger knife.
Yeah.
And it's smooth. Yeah. Feels quite good.
Yeah, and that's a crazy value that's going to come out at retail for us. So people will be excited to see the price on these.
Very cool. We'll stop fidgeting. We'll move to the next
one.
All
right. But it's so fun.
It is.
So the next one here is called the Ayako. So Ayako, because it's got a very Japanese-inspired design. You can see that there. Got 2 different colorways of it. So this one's got the flat stage grain here with the titanium nitride coating on the blade. And this one's going to be our silver with a nice PVD black oxide, actually, on that blade.
And it's not really a front flipper. It's more of like the like the old Higo no Kami style,
Sure.
with
Yep.
just the more deliberate open.
Yep. So
Still quite easy though.
If you learn the secret hand shake, you can do a front flip with it, or you can just manually open it all the way, or you can actually run it as a basic nail nick if you want.
Sure.
That thumb hole.
Sure.
But yeah, pretty cool little knife there. It's kind of the average between a frame lock and a friction folder.
Yep. And we've got there's a little bit of a contour, or a little bit of a radius going on the front, or on the scale, so it feels pretty good.
Barrel
Steel on this,
construction,
7CR again?
7CR 17. And a crazy value on this one as well, too.
So you get that traditional style, but modern materials, modern frame lock as well.
Yep, that's right.
Very nice.
All right, moving on to kind of a different form factor here. So first we'll go with the pry brid. So this is called the pry brid utility. So we're going to use that same hexagonal. I'm losing the name of that blade shape.
Utility blade.
It's a utility blade.
Yeah.
There's a name for it. But the standard utility blade there. We got what's running through the middle of this here. You can kind of see that sandwiched in there. That's full tang of steel coming out with a pry bar on the end that has a medium driver, large driver, bottle opener, and lanyard hole.
And that's good because if you're going to use that for prying, you don't want it just anchored on one end.
Exactly.
You want that full
You want
bar.
that durability of it. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a really easy actuation here. Pop it out like that, or in the closed position, you also have this strap cutter here.
Very cool.
So 2 colorways on the pry brid, and that's G10 on that scale.
Nice.
And then it's got a little brother. Comes pre-wrapped with paracord. You're going to see a very similar business end down here where you got small driver, medium driver, nail puller, bottle opener, lanyard hole, and then you're going to use a little number 17 blade. So very handy, super small profile.
I really like this. I actually used to carry an old Gerber artifact back in
Yeah.
the day with a little fold-out X-Acto blade. You guys don't make it anymore, so maybe now I finally have something I can replace it with.
Back and better than ever.
Very nice.
The pry brid X here.
And they come with that. It comes with paracord there,
Yep.
or you can do your own wrap.
Exactly.
In fact, we expect you to.
We beg you to. So next product here is going to be called the Armbar. So there's 2 variants. This is called the Armbar Drive. And you can see we have that long driver on there with the reversible, comes with a cross and a flat bit.
Is that a standard bit size there?
Yep,
So any
1/4 inch.
standard hardware store bit?
Exactly. Yep, and you're gonna have 3 or 4 colors of each of these, but this one's gonna be our burnt orange, obviously. And so yeah, you get this full length driver, and it has like pretty much the exact form factor of just a basic screwdriver. So you get full utility.
It looks like it keeps it along the center line too, the axis
Exactly.
twist.
Yep. And then inside you're gonna get just your basics, right? You get an awl that has a little bottle opener to it, a set of scissors here, and then on the other side you're gonna get a nice full-size blade. So
Any of the inside implements locking?
yeah, they all lock.
Okay.
Yep. The only one that doesn't and runs on a slip joint is the driver.
Okay.
Yep. But you get a full feature blade there. And then one of the cool things, and that runs on a liner.
420 HC?
7CR.
7CR.
Yep. And so on this one of the cool things is this end here is actually meant for hammering. So you can see that hammer surface there.
Yeah.
And one of the really clever things our designers came up with is you can pop that up and you got a little bottle opener in there. Isn't that clever?
That's it. And that's what makes it a true multi-tool.
Yeah, and you
Is
can.
the bottle opener.
That's right. You know all this stuff.
Holes make it a survival knife. Bottle opener makes it a multi-tool.
That's right. So pretty cool there. And then there's the other version here, which is the Armbar cork for pulling wine corks out, actually. So you got that, but it's not just like one of those ones where all you get is the screw
You
cork.
actually get the compound leverage.
Exactly. So you can actually crank on it, and you're not going to just screw up the cork or have to pull it out, and there's wine flying in the air. So.
You know that from experience, don't you?
Oh, I've never had wine before. There's also a foil cutter in this one as well. So
Nice.
pretty complete tool on that.
Very cool.
Yeah. So if you don't mind, we'll go over here to these fixed blades, and we have one really cool hunting product we'll end last on.
Let's scoot over and check these out.
We'll start here. This is our Gerber Ultimate knife. So it's very similar to a product we used to have in our portfolio. We updated it, so it's got your survival emergency whistle. You've got your hammer on the back end, a nice fresh overmold, new colorways, a 90-degree section right there.
Right there, right near the thumb. Yep.
Yep.
Great for striking your fire steel.
Yep, exactly. So fire steel comes in the sheath here. Pull that out. You got a ferro rod, and that's going to run really well right on that. And then on the back side of the sheath, you're going to get a nice sharpening stone.
Nice diamond plate there.
Yep.
Medium type of grit, fine grit.
It's pretty fine.
Yep.
So it's not meant to totally overhaul your blade edge,
Sure.
but
touch it up a little
yeah,
bit.
you ding it on a rock or something, you can get your edge back.
Now, is this threaded or anything? Is this replaceable?
It's replaceable, not threaded, but we sell like a really affordable replacement if you lose it or if you run through it. So yeah, that's the Gerber Ultimate Fixed Blade.
And steel on this guy?
7CR 17 MOV. We're finding a really good value point at that between edge retention and the price point people want to pay on some of these products. And
it comes here with a combo edge. Is there going to be a plain edge version available?
just combo edge, actually.
Just combo edge.
Yeah,
okay.
you want that plain edge, go buy a Principal.
All right.
That's the winner.
All right.
I love that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, going to be a great value on that product.
Very nice.
All right, we're going to do these ones, and then we'll end on one that I'm really, really proud of. So these are called the Exo Mod. And like I mentioned earlier, sheaths are really important to us over at Gerber. So a lot of times we start a project with, we're going to make a hunting product. Think about the sheaths.
What kind of carry
Don't
systems
just
you want
think about,
to make the knives for. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So
it's good to think of that kind of in an integrated way, because sheaths so often are an afterthought.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. So you focus so much on making the knife just right, you don't pay much attention to the sheath.
Yeah.
But that's not the case here. So what we have is a patented snap-together system, so you can kind of customize your own kit. So this series is called Exo Mod. Exo for skeletal, Mod for modular. And I'll walk you through just one of these, and it kind of explains all of them. So you're going to get full tang there. On the inside, it's fully hollowed out, but it's got injection mold in there, which almost adds no weight. So you feel that it's very lightweight, and that section of plastic actually gives you a nice extra purchase.
Similar to like a paracord wrap sometimes, it gives you a little bit. So it's not just a skeletonized knife.
That's right, yeah. So it gives you a little more purchase.
I like the full length swedge, high flat grind.
Yep.
Good hunting profile.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. And it's also a really great general outdoors use knife. It's going to be super light, packable, fit in a slash pocket.
Definitely.
You can see the jimping on there is pretty intentional, where we put that both on the forefinger and whatever you're going to run on the top. It's going to be your thumb. And then this one's got all the same similar characteristics of the product: full tang, skeletonized, all that.
Just in the caper size.
Yeah, put our jimping out there for some control out of the finger. So pretty lightweight on that one too.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Good blade shapes on both of these. They've got a nice elegance to them. Good proportions.
Yeah. And the last one of the family here would be a pack saw. So number of uses for those. And then I'll show you how they click together. So if you want any two of these, or if you want all three of them, you can click them together however you want.
You don't have to take all three. It can be one.
Nope.
Any combination of 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, you curate what you need. So you just align those snaps. You can see, I should also show you just how narrow one of those is. Very narrow, doesn't take hardly any space in your pack or riding on your hip. But then you just line them up, click. Simple as that. You want two?
And a nice wide belt loop there.
Yeah.
I see too.
Yeah. So at least your 2-inch duty belt if you need. So really slim overall package. 2 colorways there. Tumbled black oxide with a black injection mold, or this bright blaze orange here.
With the stone wash finish.
That's right.
Very nice.
So last thing I want to show you, really excited about this one. We spent 3 years with a hunting celebrity named Randy Newberg. It's kind of the unofficial godfather of elk hunting, and at least in our neck of the woods. And he's also huge in the deer hunting scene and all that. So we started with a blank piece of paper and 50 knives, ours and competitors, on a table, and we said, what sucks? What's awesome? What do you wish was here that isn't? And we went from a blank piece of paper and we came out with these 2 products. So walk you through them pretty quickly here. So first of all, you're going to see how small this overall form factor is. Again, going to fit really nicely in a kill kit or any number of different areas you might have them. And what you're going to get is a philosophy brought into a product. So the philosophy is, if you have blades that are designed to take a beating, that will keep the blades that you're going to be cutting meat with very, very sharp and pristine, ready to go.
So it's sort of a fixed blade, replaceable blade system.
Yeah.
Is what you're going at.
Exactly, sure. Yeah, and we call it the EBS. I don't know if I said that yet. The Randy Newberg EBS stands for Exchangeable Blade System. And that's because it's not replaceable, it's not disposable. Mm-hmm. These are 440C blades, so high quality steel. It's going to keep a good edge.
So once they're done, it's worth it to sharpen it back up and keep using it. It's not a throwaway scalpel blade.
Yeah. And like I was saying, that blank piece of paper, one of the things he said is it needs to run through at least 3 full-size elk or moose before it goes dull. And he's been through 4 plus a javelina plus a bear, and they stay sharp the whole time. So this is called the breakdown blade. It's meant to do anything from the thick dorsal hide to running around the hocks and things of that nature. Then you have a backstrap blade, so you can get really clean, simple cuts. And then a really agile utility blade here called the Tasker blade. You can see how this pops off the back there. And then our vital system is where you click this button in here and pop that on there. And we actually added an additional post to give it a little more durability on this one too. So you got high visibility orange, and then this is actually retroreflective tape here.
Okay.
And the reason we did that is you normally kill an animal at dusk. That's the majority of the times animals get taken.
And knives are getting picked up, set down.
And it's dark.
The whole time.
Yep. And so this, because you're going to wear a headlamp, is going to shoot light right back to your eyes. So really clever idea there. That's on both the box and the knives themselves. Good. So I won't spend any more time on that one, but we'll move to this one. Same philosophy. You got a business end here that can take a beating. It's actually a D2 blade we call the tendon tool. So you can see that vicious serration pattern there, and it's got a nice coating on the D2, so it's not going to corrode under all that blood and whatnot. Sure. And then this is meant to do anything from dorsal hide to hocks and any bad business you might find yourself in, right? So yeah.
Of course, being serrated, going to be good on things like rope and.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Probably saw through some hide really easily too, I would imagine.
Oh, definitely, yeah. So that one runs on a lock back here. You press that, drop it in. And then over here you have a 440C full-size blade, 3.5 inches.
440C?
440C, yep. So, and this runs on a pivot lock system too, so fully ambidextrous. You'll notice no pocket clips.
Because it comes with the sheath there.
Comes with the sheath, and pocket clips actually just serve to generate hot spots when you're working through an animal. You're doing a lot of work, so you don't want that. You got retroreflective tape, and then a wash-through design, so it's barrel construction, easy to get that guts and hair and whatnot out. So. And
it looks like a really meaty grip as well, like a good bit of width on there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's full size. You put that in your hand, and you can feel like I could take something apart with this. You don't really have that second guess of if it's going to stand up to the test. Again,
a real good shape, slight recurves, not so much it's going to be too hard to sharpen.
Yep.
I like how you chamfered the edges here on the spine, so that's going to be very comfortable, whether you're doing the finger choke up or doing, if you need to do any kind of like woodworking or anything where you're putting your thumb on the back there.
Yeah.
It's going to be nice. And a stonewash finish. I love the stonewash.
Yeah. And that'll come in this more blaze color. That's just an earlier sample as you're used to seeing. But
and it's got that retro reflective again. I don't know if you
both sides.
You may have said that already, but now, does the fixed blade version, does that come with any kind of sheath carry option, or is it just the case there?
It's meant to live in the case, and that case in a kill kit. So yeah, so that's the system. Those are the Randy Newberg products, the EBS and the DTS, and that's our offering for 2020.
Awesome. Guys, thanks so much for sticking around. Thanks for taking a look at all these products and following us here. Carson, thanks so much.
My pleasure.
For taking us through these. If you want to get your hands on any of these, we're going to leave links below in the description. It'll take you over to theknifecenter.com. I'm David C. Anderson. Buy this, not a butterfly.
Buy one.
Keep sticking around for the rest of our SHOT Show coverage, guys. See you on the next one.
Thanks.